what is it about resident engagement and how does it influence the community's success in maintaining that overall sense of community?
Absolutely. Well, I think one thing that should be noted, and I mentioned it earlier, is that our city is relatively new, just 3 years old, and so the fact that the city exists at all is because of community engagement. And so it was put on a referendum, a ballot referendum for citizens to vote for the creation of the city. But the reason why our citizens wanted to have a city was because of self-determination. And so that engagement follows through in everything that we do from a planning and management standpoint. Just to give you some examples, because we are a new city, everything is being created from scratch. So we just approved an economic development strategic plan that was heavily geared towards community engagement and making sure that the plan that we have reflects of what our citizens want to see 5, 10, 15 years from now. And so it's interesting because that plan actually started out pre-COVID and it finished post-COVID or during COVID. So the community focus groups, some were some were in person initially, but then they switched to virtual. So still had that same engagement, still had that same level of interest. And it just shows that as a community, and especially as the people who work on behalf of the citizens, that we're very mindful that everything that we do has to be focused on the engagement of the community. Some of the other things that we're doing zoning rewrite plan right now. Again, that is community focused, led by input from the citizens. That's a plan that we've been working on for a year now, because as we know, zoning uh, pretty much determines everything that happens from a development standpoint in your community. So I've really been engaged with that. And, just again, we've been very strategic about understanding and very thoughtful about understanding how do we create avenues for citizens to still be engaged, even though we're in the middle of a pandemic. And so all of our council meetings are virtual, but they're streamed on multiple platforms. Citizens can provide real-time feedback on those platforms, and then staff can, answer those questions in real time. We also do all of our um, meetings now. So like for the Downtown Development Authority meetings and Development Authority meetings, those are all done virtually. So it still allows for engagement with citizens. And so, we have been very proactive in making sure that we provide access. We have OpenGov as a resource for all of our financial stuff. So anytime we spend a penny, the citizens can log on and see where that money is being spent. And so it's just really making sure that we're transparent and engaged, and making sure that our citizens know that what they're, and I call it investing. When you pay your property taxes or your sales tax, you're really making an investment in a community. And we want to make sure that our citizens are getting a return on that investment.
Uh, that is very interesting. You're in such a unique and cool spot to be in a brand new community, and to hear about it being a values-based strategic planning, particularly as you're going through this whole COVID process. Uh,
Right.
yeah, it sounds like you have done just an excellent job. The community has done an excellent job in engaging with its residents on all of those meaningful things that help them feel like they're part of the community. So congratulations on that. That's very.
It's interesting too, because Parks and Rec is in the middle of doing a parks master plan. Every department is in the middle of doing a master plan right now. So,
What happens when you're new?
um, so everything that you can think of planning for a community, we're in the middle of doing it in the middle of a pandemic while still providing, a high level of service to our citizens.
Yeah, and my guess is that people are feeling their investments are very well spent.
Yeah.